Before we even take another step, I do want to remember and take a moment for our brothers and sisters on this planet right now that are going through some horrendous shaking and rolling and weather stuff, and just it's nature, my friends. Nature is having its way with some of our brothers and sisters, and we have a CSL Asheville, and they're going through some stuff too, and a lot of family members are there. So let's just take a moment, not just for that, but everywhere on this world that needs our just moment. So I'm just going to take a moment here to just say, we are here. These people, these brothers and sisters are not alone. And whatever is required is met right here and right now for each and every one of them. And all of our furry friends as well that are experiencing this. So we make a difference in the quantum because of our attention and intention right here in the moment. We don't have to wait for anything because simultaneously they have received our love. So knowing that, I just say, mahalo, I release my word, I let it be so, and so it is. So, this month we're going to look at choice, free to choose. Show of hands. Do you think that we're free to choose in every moment? Yeah. That's kind of that's the good news. Now, I would imagine that if I was in the places that we just spoke about, there are some people that are feeling rather choiceless at this moment. Perhaps, or perhaps not. But all I know is that we can choose what we just did for them at this incredible moment. And I know that it permeates time and space. And that's the beauty of choice. You know, it's interesting, I didn't say it with the science of mind, but sometimes we think when we go into the new thought philosophy or this spiritual realm that our goal is so that we just walk around with wonderful fairy wings and we don't have to worry about anything anymore, and that's fine. But what I know about this teaching is it gives me the tools, the ability, the mindset that whatever is put in front of me, I can feel all my feelings, but I'll know that I can handle it, that there is a bottom to grief, as a friend of mine said, no matter what is going on. So it's not about a philosophy that says everything is good, even though everything is good. And so and that's the great reminder when things don't feel so good. So I love Viktor Frankl because he's a man of choice. If you don't know who Viktor is, Viktor was in the concentration camps, came out, wrote that one, The Meaning of What? Man's Search of Meaning. And it was interesting with all the work that we've been doing in the quantum area is that we're the observed and the observer, we're the healed and the healer. And sometimes that's not an easy thing to really wrap yourself around, especially if you're going through life's little tribulations. But I love the idea about the observer because it's what I see is only what meaning I attach to it. Does that make sense? We've all been in a gallery and we've all looked at beautiful portraits and paintings, and we could all say something different about it because we are interpreting it and putting meaning to it. If I look over at Desiree right now, only because you were drinking water and I wanted to make sure that everybody focused now, that I put meaning, and what meaning is that we love Desiree. Desiree's been around for a while in this center, and she brings a lot of joy. That's the meaning I put of her and many, many other people here. Does that make sense? But now I get to make a choice about the meanings that I put on things. Yeah. Karen's like, you know what I'm talking about. Because we put a meaning on something and then we choose how we're going to behave with it, act with it. And our philosophy is very, very easy. It's done, and we didn't make it up, and neither did Ernest Holmes, that it is done unto us as we what? Believe. But I'm going to take it a step further today. It is done unto us as we choose. It is done unto us because you can believe all you want. We all know that. We can believe all we want. But if we don't choose to do something with that belief, then it just remains a belief. And that goes for anything that is happening in our world, in our life. And so our wonderful Viktor Frankl, back to him, he says, our greatest freedom is the freedom to choose our attitude. Boy, I've had to do a lot of choosing this week. Every week, actually. But I was just saying to Rita this morning, we were talking about what do we want to choose to put out into this world, right? And I have decided today, and I'm going to share it with you, I have chosen to be an uplifter. Now, I always thought I was a person who uplifted, and I am. But I've been told from my inner guidance that we need a little more uplifting in our world right now. And I think it was Roseanne in her Blessing of the Land was talking about what we're choosing not only to think, but where are we putting our words? Where are we putting our ideas? How are we choosing to look at something? It's very interesting. I'm going to take a fast this next week from, I have some advertising to do on it, but pretty much a fast from Facebook because it's getting on my nerves. Just an FYI, it's getting on my nerves. But I'm choosing to let it get on my nerves, right? I'm choosing to. And there's ways to go around Facebook too. I enjoy Facebook, by the way, because I like to talk about what's going on at this center, and people on the mainland, which are families as well, they really want to know. But it is amazing to me, speaking of the different meanings we attach to things, it's amazing that 10 people can tell the same story, but oh so differently. Oh, so differently. And I don't want to open up my mouth, even when now I don't complain much. But I call it the sandwich technique. It's like if you're going to say something that's going on that's not so wonderful, let's smack dab some good in the middle of this. Because if it's only, and then end with good too. Because there's nothing wrong with supposed informing people of news. But I think that I would like to inform people, especially like that are in North Carolina right now, I want to inform them that this is temporary. Did you know that life is temporary? Did you know that as bad as it feels, it's not going to last forever? I just visited someone in the hospital and I said, wow, how you doing? And then they think obligatory, it's like an obligation. Fine, good. You don't feel that, but I'm going to tell you right now. And I'm looking, I said, I got to let you know something. This is temporary. Did you know that? Because you don't feel like it. If you're in a hospital bed, you don't feel like it's temporary. You feel like this is never going to end. You're in a relationship in life and it's not working. You feel like it's just will never end, right? I don't have that. I'm just telling you. But I did want to talk today about choice and how we incorporate it in our life. Because, I can let you know, I'm going through a divorce. Not with Rita. I don't know how to say it. Her name is Dell. And I've been pushed by my beautiful computer-savvy wife to have an affair with Mac. And I'm going to tell you something. So I'm talking about my Dell computer that I got down. I know how to maneuver it. I can do that. I got work to do. But she says, oh no, you're going over to Mac. And I was like, I don't think so. No, you need it more than I do because you do more. No. It was a gift. You're going to Mac. I don't like Mac. I've been ignoring Mac. But I don't even know if I like Mac or not because I'm afraid to really get into Mac. Because what about Dell? Dell is not happy, and I have been glued to Dell since it, so she has to train me. So you're thinking, what does this have to do with spirituality? It has everything to do with it. How many of you love change? Yeah, I do. How many of you like to be forced into change? Oh, forced. And I'm actually grateful that I'm being forced into change right now. But I said to Rita, this is what we experience in New Thought, in spirituality, in quantum physics, quantum leaping. We want it, right? Because it's going to work better. And she says, oh boy, when you get used to it, you're going to love it. You're going to wonder how you even used it, Del. Well, I'm not there yet. So what I have done is I have went into denial. So I have my Dell on my desk and Max over there staring at me, plugged in, ready for me to experiment. But I still haven't done it. How many things in our lives? This teaching to me, this philosophy, this New Thought opportunity is the greatest thing. But how many of you have ever been afraid of that leap into something we've not ever experienced? I'm saying there's a non-local place that you can go and it's like a treasure chest. It's anything that you require right here, right now. You are one with it. There's no separation. And then you would think we'd all be going, yeah. But you're not. Not always. You're going, let me have my Dell. I'm comfortable with Dell. You ever been there? Please say I'm not alone.
You're not alone.
Thank you. So where I'm at with that is I have a choice now to make. And I'm surprised because I love change. I have my wedding vows were that I said, make sure that we always change. That was what in our vows to get married. Make sure we always change. But change can be scary, yes? Yeah. Sometimes we're plummeted into it. We lose someone we love. And we're plummeted into a change. And all we want is our Dell back. Because I knew it. I knew what to expect. I knew how to work it. And now I'm not feeling intelligent. And I'm pushing things and other things are coming up, kind of like life. I got this new thing that says, so powerful, you're going to love me. And I go, no, you're confusing me. I push this button and then I'm trying to find all my pictures and they're nowhere to be found. And this grown man is crying and acting very childish. But I'm good to my inner child, as I've explained. So this is where I'm at with change. I'm going to be kind to me and stop condemning me for being afraid of you-know-who, Matt. This is a new relationship. And that's what I believe for us, the freedom to choose. We get to choose that new part of ourselves, the upgrade, as they like to tell me about Matt. I'm upgrading. I'm upgrading. Why do I feel like I'm downgrading at times, So guess what? Here's your little nugget you get to take home. Making choices, free to make a choice, isn't always comfortable. I'm sorry. Other people, I'm sure, are. So we get the opportunity now of free. I get to choose again. So come Monday morning, 2027, I'm going down and I'm going to pick up that Mac. Did I say 2027? I was just kidding. But the analogy, I have to tell you, is so perfect. Moving here and starting this sometimes feels easier to me now than Mac. Am I over-dramatizing it? Am I going to love Mac once we get going in there? So maybe we don't have to divorce. Maybe we'll just say, Del, you were wonderful while we had each other. And Mac, come to Daddy. Wow. Now, I just want you to know that this stuff just channels out. It doesn't, I don't plan. There's nothing about come to Daddy on this paper. Right here, I'm trying to tell you. So there's also a responsibility that comes with choosing, does it not? Because when you choose, you are responsible for what you chose. But here's the great news. Oh, this beautiful thing called life. Sometimes I choose things, and if I don't really resonate to it, guess what? I can choose again. So I'm asking us now, whether it be Del or Mac or Spirit or whatever, that we are free to choose the life that we want to live. And let's all be uplifters, shall we? Our planet needs it right here and right now. When I have something to say, I want to make sure that before I'm through, that there has been an uplifting in consciousness. The time of putting cosmetics on our consciousness, as Michael Beckwith tells us, is over. Consciousness, consciousness, consciousness. And so it is.